Hello guys, welcome to the first episode of Stretch Link Podcast. My name is Nicholas.
My name is Joel.
Yes, and we are the host of the podcast.
Sorry guys, this is our first time doing this.
Okay, so the topic we'll be talking about today is
how each of us came to be interested in watches.
okay, so Joel first.
So for me, I don't think I've ever told you this before, like how I got into watches, because it's been like a few years now, but then like it's always started from you first. Okay, but it started like a few years ago. I overheard my dad and my brother talking about watches, like about my dad's watch collection and stuff like that. So naturally I was a bit intrigued, and so I went online. I scoured the internet for some watches, and then at the time I was looking at some fashion channels, and then usually they have some sponsors, right? And so one of the sponsors was Vincero watches.
Oh shit, so that was your first like, oh shit.
Yeah,
it's hot.
it's the first watch that I actually found nice at that time with my premature taste. And so I went to see the website, see some of their watches. Then it costed like almost like more than $100. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost bought one. But then I think the good thing about being someone who studies science is that we will tend to gravitate towards researching. So I went to like YouTube, and then I watched like a lot of those beginner watch channels like Teddy Baldassar, the Urban Gentry, people like that. And so that's how I got into watches. Yeah. So from there onwards, it was just a progression of my taste and the things that I like. Like I used to hate dive watches, but now I really like them. Yeah, and so it really started out from me just searching like top 10 affordable watches for beginners. Yeah, and that's how I really started.
Really, how come we don't just ask your dad, like, what's the watch he wear, then just wear his watch? Isn't that like usually the first step?
Oh, because I didn't like any of his watches. Even up to now, I still don't like a lot of his watches. And yeah, I think his taste is also
super different lah.
Yeah, super different lah. Like he's not the type that will willingly buy a Rolex. For him, it's more quantity than quality.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I think a lot of his watches are impulse buys.
Like what?
Like he bought a lot of like Seiko 5s. Like.
But you also have what? So many Seiko 5s?
Yeah, I have, but it's not. But he bought it when he had already a lot of watches.
Oh.
Then it's sort of just to
increase his collection.
Like no, just to like quench his thirst. Yeah.
That's definitely.
Yeah, but then like you can tell it's an impulse buy because it was just one of those moments where like he has little bouts of interest, like sometimes in watches, and so when he gets those periods, right, then he will buy a watch during those periods. But then after that, you can tell that he doesn't really enjoy it really. Yeah.
Then is that you? Is that you also?
It's not me, because I only have 6 watches, and that's not a lot.
Then why are you selling on Turtle right now?
Because okay, yeah, just for some context, I bought a Seiko Turtle SRP 777, and Nick has the same watch. He bought the exact same watch.
Oh, he got the same strap also.
He bought the same strap and he sold off the original strap as well. I wanted to sell that because I recently bought another diver. It's a solar diver. Reference number is SRPE 593 P1, and I really like it. And I'm willing to sell the turtle because my dad also has a turtle. So I don't really need that.
What's your dad's turtle? Is it the?
It's a Blue Lagoon.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's like kind of scuffed because he always swim with it. Yeah.
Then will you wear that?
Yeah, of course I'll wear that because it's a turtle.
It's
But
nice.
all his other watches are just not really my taste
Got the Balenciaga also, is it?
Yeah, but it's not working anymore.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Pity yeah. I quite like it though, even though it's like
It's
not the
very
conventional,
small.
not the conventional. What do you call like conventional?
It was conventional in those times when my dad bought it.
But considered a fashion watch, right?
I think so. Yeah, because it's a designer brand.
It's not bad. I like.
Yeah.
It's very cute. We will attach a photo for the.
Yeah, for it will. Yeah. So, how about you?
Right, for me is I mean, you know lah. For me, yeah, it's fully just was sitting behind Joel in class. Then I fully saw like, oh, the bracelet of one of the watches, and I was like, wow, that's like sick. That's absolutely beautiful. So then I asked to borrow the watch. Like, I put it on my wrist, and I was like, oh, this is sick. This is damn nice. So then, but then for me, is the first watch I've ever seen, like ever, right, is the Rolex Hawk. So that I always gravitated towards green dial watches.
Oh yeah.
So so I remember that whole period of time, that 1 week I spent searching just green dial watch. Then I came over so many watches. So like even the Orient Maestro also, the green dial one. Then mainly it's the Seiko 5. I think at that point of time was going for $200 to $300. The Seiko 5, the old Seiko 5, not the Superman one, the old one. It's this kind of ugly dark green. Then there was another model, is the is it SZC or SCZ, some JDM model. It's a Sumo. Then the other one I was looking at is the SPB 103J1. I think there's a reference number lah. I'm not too good with the numbers. Then the one is also a Sumo, but it's like the $1,000 plus one. Yeah, so I was considering between these three choices. Which one do I get? Then I thought, wow, the Seiko 5 kind of ugly, because I hate the 5, to be honest. So even until today, right, I don't own a single Seiko 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I hate the small little
the
emblem.
patch.
It's ugly as shit. So then I decided to got the mid-range Sumo with the little yellow hand. I'll also attach the photo here. Yeah, then I just take with it. That's my first watch.
Yeah.
Then from there on, it's just expanding.
And then he ended up hitting the first watch he saw, which piqued his interest.
Which one?
Like the one that you, like my Seiko, the blue dial diver.
Oh yeah.
He ended up hitting it.
Because it's so ugly. Like I don't like the bracelet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just in case for those who don't know, I think the reference number is SNZH or something like that.
It's a 5,
but
right?
It's a Seiko 5, and it's inspired by the design of the Blanc Pan 50 Fathoms.
Oh, ugly as shit. Yeah. That's so ugly.
Yeah, I currently don't wear that watch anymore because just some context about that watch. My dad actually bought that for me because I was expressing my interest of watches to him. Then I showed him one of the watches that I like was that watch. So he bought it for me one day out of the blue.
It's quite cheap, right? It's like $300.
No, it's not that cheap actually. Like, I mean, you can find it for way cheaper now on Carousel.
How much? Like 200, 300?
My dad bought it for like 300 plus at the city chain.
Oh.
But then on Carousel you can get it now like 100 plus.
Not bad.
Yeah, but I don't wear it anymore because I gave it back to him. I mean, initially I was okay with wearing it, but then I realized.
You agree with everything that I said? It's ugly.
No. It's quite heavy, and my wrists are like pretty small, so I represent the small wrist people. That's why I think it just didn't really suit me. With minimal influence from what Nick said, but
it's pretty ugly though.
It's not.
It is.
Like, it's really not. It's quite bling. Actually, the watch is quite bling. And I've seen it on other people. Like, I've seen it on my dad. And it actually looks very nice. Because his wrist is like way bigger.
Wait, assuming that your dad doesn't want the watch, will you ever sell away the watch? Considering that it's the first piece that in your collection, will you ever sell it away?
No.
Why?
No, I won't sell anything that people has given me, unless it's like a fashion watch, like a Daniel Wellington or something. Then, but in that case, if you do buy me a Daniel Wellington, then I wouldn't really consider you as someone that knows me very well. So, but yeah, I won't sell any watch that has been given to me or like passed down or whatever.
I just sold my the watch that my uncle gifted to me.
Huh? Oh, the tuna.
The
right?
tuna, yeah.
Okay, but that one is more of.
No, it's fully a gift. And I sold it for profit also.
Okay, but the thing is, he didn't give it to you because you wanted it, what? Right? He gave it to you
true, yeah.
because he just got extra.
Yeah. So my uncle is like a collector. He's more of a collector than either of us, to be fair. He collects I think for almost 30-40 years. And then he has like 20 over Seikos, 20 over Rolexes, and APs, anything you name it, he has it. Then one day he just pulled up his collection of Seikos. Then there was this Seiko tuna butterfly fish.
Okay.
And then I thought it was pretty sick because the color was blue and yellow. It's like, wow, that's like bling. That's like the most colorful thing in his collection. Because everything else is so boring, you know, just black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, white. So then I was like, wow. And then he was like, hey, you want? You like? I don't like it. I bought it on impulse. You want? I give you. So I just okay. Then I took it. Then I didn't know it was like worth that much, you know. It's like it retails for like 700 plus.
Yeah, it's actually quite expensive.
Yeah, I fully didn't know. Then, to be fair, I didn't really like the watch also. I just thought it was interesting only out of his whole collection.
Yeah, if free must take one. So
Eh,
that's why you're willing to sell it, right?
something like that. Okay,
Yeah, because it's a dispensable for.
but I kind of abuse the watch also.
Abuse the watch.
I worry a lot, you know.
Oh yeah.
I probably worry more than
I worried too.
probably worry more than some of my other watches. Then I even went to the US for like a 14-day trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then
US.
the funniest story is in the US, right? I managed to not chip. I managed to dink the outer case of the turtle. Like it's at the
Turtle?
It's not turtle.
Tuna.
Tuna. At the 10 o'clock area, there's a very small little ding at the outer case. Then I was like, oh shit, yeah, this is like messed up, right? Then I came to Singapore. I just keep the watch in my cabinet. Then I never wear it again because I hate it. Right? It's so heavy.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
It doesn't go out on any straps.
Yeah.
I just hate it. I just don't like it overall.
Yeah, he tried many straps. He tried a Milanese strap.
Oh, I think that was
Lito strap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will attach a picture if I could find, but
Yeah.
probably not. Then I sold it for a profit also because I think my uncle bought for like 700 SGD, right? Then I managed to sell for 780.
Dude, your profit is like 780. So because
Yeah.
you got it for free.
Yeah, in a way lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how are we talking about this now? How did we manage to? Selling a watch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think I will sell my turtle. Not turtle, my sumo also.
What?
Like I not I will sell, but if one day someone comes with offer like like $1,000, yeah, I would shit, it's not recording.
Oh, never
It stopped
mind.
recording.
Oh, never mind. It's okay.
Oh well, guess it's
Oh, well.
the audio only.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Since are you worried about the recording? I think it's okay lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, since we are talking about our collection now, like obviously now I've been a watch fan for longer than you. I think like a year longer than you probably. But right now you have like twice the amount of watches as compared to my collection.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first watch was his Sumo, and yeah, I remember it just being like, I mean, he doesn't wear it very often now. You don't wear it very often.
Never. I don't wear it ever. Really.
Yeah, last time I saw it was like a month ago. But then
No.
yes.
I don't know.
I don't know lah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. When we met Chow Ying, our other friend.
Yeah.
Other
He
friend.
might come as a guest.
Yeah.
So out of all the watches that you have, right, which one is your favorite?
I think favorite is a strong word. You know, like
Okay, but also
In terms of
in
what?
your current collection, not unless you want to include those that you sold before.
sure.
Yeah.
But then if I sell that, means I won't like them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So your current collection.
No, but I guess it's favorite in terms of what? Like if you say like most sentimental watch, you know, then it definitely be different from my favorite watch that I'll wear every single day.
So there's no watch that is a combination of everything.
Don't have. I think it's all different. Like definitely the most sentimental one is the one I'm wearing now. It's a Tech Heuer Professional 200 meters. We'll attach an image lah. we'll attach an image. But the story behind this watch is very cool. It's because do you know the story?
Yeah.
I do it like so many times already. Basically, the story behind this watch is back when my dad was in poly, my mom was working one, so she had a bit of money but she wasn't like exactly rich also. You know what I mean? So she used all the money she had, then she went to buy a watch for my dad. So then it was this watch. It was this Tag Heuer Professional 200 meters. The boy size one is like 28 millimeters.
The boy size.
Yeah, it's boy size one. You know?
A boy. Oh.
It's called boy size, yeah.
Like BOY or
BOY.
BOY.
BOY, yeah. Then he wore it ever since then now. Even until like I literally took it off his wrist. Yeah, I literally took it off his wrist. Means because even now my dad is also like a serial collector of Rolex. He has like I don't know. He has like how many Explorer? He got like 2 Explorer ones.
Yeah, like why?
2 Explorer 2s, the red GMT needle. Then he got 1 GMT Master 2. He has an Explorer 2 with the orange needle. He just got a shit ton of Rolex. But even then, he was still wearing this watch a lot. I just told him, hey, how about it's time for you to move on to your Rolex? You buy so many Rolex, you don't wear, you buy for what?
Secretly wanted this watch.
Yeah,
So
definitely I want this watch. Because it's like, if anything, this is like my family heirloom. Yeah, that's why I wanted it. So I think this is definitely the most sentimental watch and my favorite watch. But then based on just aesthetics alone, right? Like we just leave sentimental value behind. Just based on functionality, the looks, how it suit me is definitely the Black Bay. What's it? Black Bay
50.
Heritage.
Or Heritage.
Yeah, Black Bay Heritage with the ETA movement and the rose emblem. Yeah. That one it's also a damn interesting story. It's actually because when I was researching the watches, right? Because it's like so confusing, you know. Back then I was still like quite new, so I was like, what the hell is this? Why is there like so many different versions of one stupid watch?
Oh yeah.
How come got rose? How come got no rose? How come got like what's all the difference? So then I managed to figure out myself because I'm a genius. So ETA movement is the rose emblem, right? Then the in-house movement then will be the shield emblem. Then the difference between the shield emblem and the rose emblem is they're both 41 millimeters, but the rose emblem, the older one with the ETA movement, is a bit thinner. Yeah, so it sits on my wrist. It's like so nice. But when I try on the other one, the shield emblem with the in-house movement, 70 hours power reserve, right? It just sits a bit higher and just look quite off. It's crazy, you know, just how like I think it's 1 or 2 millimeters only, but it looks so off.
Yeah, there are a couple other differences also like the rivets on the bracelet.
But that I don't mind, no.
The size also, like, there's some difference.
That I don't mind.
Yeah, but it really did look very nice when I first saw it.
Yeah.
And you can understand that at that time, right, I only had like a few watches, and
all Seikos, right?
And then it suddenly pulls up with like a $3,000+ to the
Yeah, but that for me is my endgame watch really. Like I am satisfied just not buying anymore after that. You know what I mean? Because even after I try on my dad's Rolex, right, I wear the Explorer 2 with the red needle quite often. I wear it quite often, like every other week or so. But it just doesn't compare. It just cannot compare to the Black Bay. The way it feels, the weight, the elegance in the bracelet is just uncomparable.
I can attest to that. Yeah.
You sure you bought mine?
Yeah, I did.
Amazing watch, insane watch.
Yeah.
Yours? What's your favorite? No. What's your favorite watch in my collection?
In your collection, okay, I think like I thought about this before, but actually it's might not sound very good for me to say it, but I like the watch that I got for you.
What? Oh, okay, it's fair.
The Casio World Time. I got him a Casio World Time for like this Christmas exchange last year. So
what did I get you? What did I get you?
You got me the Jeremy Lin figurine.
Oh yeah, hey, that was sick. Okay, anyway,
yeah. So I like that because I mean if I really think about it, like I took a look at his whole collection, right, and there's not a single watch except for maybe the Tudor and the Rolex that I would get, and it's only I will only get the World Time, and yeah, so that's why I got it for him.
Insulting my collection, mate.
Because I mean it's just a different taste, man. It's like different. So yeah, because of the way that obviously it fits on his wrist. I mean I like it even if it's not on the wrist as well. So that's like the design aspect lah. And I think I got it for him like for almost like a few months already. It's been a few months. So and honestly he's been wearing it very, very often, which is nice. Not today. He's not wearing it today, but he really wear it quite often. Like when you go to school and stuff.
Oh, during exams, okay.
Yeah. So and it's also a watch that I knew he so-called needed. I mean in reality you don't need any watch, but in his collection at that point of time, I think he really needed a better watch. And so the world time is actually like the one with the black color rubber, not the bracelet version. I almost bought the bracelet version actually, but I realized that, I mean, his collection, he has already multiple watches with a bracelet, so I think it'd be good for me to buy him a watch with a rubber strap. So yeah, that's my favorite one. Yeah, it might sound a bit I don't know.
No ways, yeah. So unexpected, but I didn't expect.
Yeah, I didn't tell you this before.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like honestly, I look at all his watches, I will never wear any one of it. And I mean, if you ask me this question, right, I have to think about what I like also, not just like what you would like, because it's my favorite watch from your collection, right? So yeah, it'll be the Casio World Time.
It's fully different. Our way, our whole approach to buying watches is so different.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the time that you buy me a watch.
But I don't know your taste.
I wonder what.
Because I don't see watches. I don't think we see watches the same way. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like for example, okay, so there's this watch I own, the Samansky 31659. For example, do you know how to appreciate that?
Do I appreciate that? The thing is, I don't know whether it's like real or not. Like even up to now.
What do you mean real? As in like
real.
Everything. Yeah, it is. It's only the case back, you know.
Would I appreciate it? I just look at the price first.
The price is.
I look at everything.
How much did I get it for?
I look at everything.
And then I got it for $700.
Yeah, then it's a bit like. Anyway, you're trying to sell it now.
No, I was just listening to check for interest only.
But you also rarely wear it now.
Okay, wait, I think we should just give the context. So basically, this Samansky 31659 is it's a bit sensitive to talk about it now, but considering the events, but it's a Soviet Air Force pilot watch. So then, back in the day, me and you, baby, we used to have fun. Okay, anyway, back in the day, right, they made two versions of this watch. So one of it is the pilot's version, where it featured hacking in the movement. Then one of it, they made a civilian version with a secondary crown at about 10 o'clock. Is it 10? 10, right? 10 o'clock. Then it featured no hacking. So then the one I got is actually the hacking version. So I can conclude, right, it's the pilot version. So in that sense, it will be the original one. But obviously the case looks like so brand new, and then the case back looks kind of brand new also. So that's the thing that is like a bit I mean, because this watch is like from as early as 1960s or even earlier, Soviet era. Then what's so special about the watch is there's a little emblem at 6 o'clock. It's the Soviet what's it called, Air Force emblem. So it's just damn cool to me, right? Because it's really like a piece of history that you can own. And even though it might not be 100% from the era or 100% original, I think it's just knowing that this watch was built for that kind of purpose that makes it quite special to me.
Yeah, so in that aspect, I'm not the type that will spend that kind of money
just to appreciate like, the story of the watch,
like
right?
A heritage kind of watch.
Yeah, that's why I say our approach is totally different, right?
But that's only one aspect, what?
Because I think most of my watches fall under the category of like,
really?
Yeah, of like, wow, this is super historical, I love it. And not just, this is a cool watch, nice movement, nice materials, nice company, I'll buy it. I think I make stupid decisions lah. It's like most of the watch I buy, I wouldn't say it's both. You know what I mean? Yeah, I wouldn't say it's both. Like even the, should I talk about it now? Yeah, okay, I talk about it now. Even the Chrono Tokyo also. Yeah. I don't think it's worth. I think it's a waste of money. But then again, it's not worth monetary wise.
But you didn't get it, what? Like you didn't get it, like you didn't buy it.
Yeah. But I'm saying like,
you were to.
Yeah. It's not worth in the sense of, you know, actually that was my birthday gift, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. 20th birthday.
Nice.
King shit. Yeah. Beautiful watch, by the way. Beautiful watch.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about all these other watches in detail in another time. Okay, now we should talk about Joel's watch collection.
My favourite watch out of 6 watches that
Can I say first?
You
Can I say what's your favourite?
I think you already know.
No, your favourite?
Yeah.
Guess your favorite.
Oh, my favorite or your favorite in my collection?
Okay, I guess your favorite.
Okay, fine.
I think it's Solar lah.
Oh no. It's actually not.
What?
No, I mean in terms of. No, it's really not because it's quite a new watch lah. So I don't think I've appreciated it enough yet.
Grown to
And just because it's night, yeah, it'll be the watch I'm wearing currently, which is the first watch I ever got for myself. My first real watch, which is the Seiko SNK 803 or 9. It's a Seiko 5 with a aviation inspired dial. Like kind of looks like a pilot watch, kind of. And it has the beige dial. So yeah, it's the first watch I ever got for myself. I got it on Carousel for about like $90+. And so it's been a few years now, and I've been experimenting with straps. It's honestly a strap monster lah. But yeah, I say it's my favorite because obviously it's the first watch I ever got for myself. Yeah, Nick is shaking the watch right now. ASMR.
What's the movement?
7S26, just like most Seiko 5 watches. Yeah, I think for me it just reeks sentimental value to me. Yeah, the strap is a bit scuffed. So
Because it's the first watch you buy yourself, right?
yeah, and honestly, it's not also because it's not totally sentimental also lah. It's also the fact that it really looks nice on my wrist, and it's a 37mm, lug to lug, just nice for my wrist. I have pretty small wrist, so it's not say very easy for me to find any watches that suit my wrist lah.
No, but now you're more like.
Yeah, now I'm definitely more open to bigger watches. So, but honestly, at that time, with my taste at that time, it was really. I mean, when you get a first watch, you really need to, for me lah at least, you really need to think of.
It's the tick all the boxes kind of watch, right?
Yeah, correct. Like, I cannot afford to
buy another one in a sense.
With that mentality lah.
Yeah.
I have to make the
best of
perfect decision.
In terms of, nice though. It's really really cool.
In terms of price, in terms of design, in terms of, because I know that for my first watch, right, I will never sell it. I'll never let it go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it has to be nice
sick.
lah.
It's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, I think it's nice.
And the fact that it's also cheap, relatively cheap. Yeah. So I mean, for me, it really like encapsulates everything that I want in the watch. And so, for me, that's how I approach watches, how I buy watches when I look at them. So I really have to tick all the boxes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it
although
takes so long to decide.
yeah, I got this in I think
I remember year one.
June of 2019, 2020. Yeah, or 2019. Yeah, 2019. So it's been a few years now. Yeah, and there have definitely been moments where I don't really wear it because I got other watches that I bought. But I don't know. I think every time I always come back to it because it really just, as compared to all my other watches, I would say actually my out of all my 6 watches, right, I think 2 of them were given or passed down, and then the rest were watches that I bought for myself. And I mean, when you look at my collection, there's really one watch for each category or occasion. Like I have a diver, I have a everyday watch which will be this one. I have a dress watch. Yeah, so
What's the dress watch? Or the Alba, is it?
the Alba, yeah, which is the first ever watch I had, which was given to me by my dad lah. Yeah, so yeah. Then what is your favorite watch in my collection? Because now you talk about what do you think was my.
You want to guess?
I don't know if I want to count the turtle because I'm going to sell it.
Count.
Count the turtle. Oh, I really don't know.
I think I thought about it before, and I came close to buying it as well. So it's
that's my Solar.
No, it's
Or
not.
my turtle.
No, it's not.
Huh? Then there's no other watch that you could have bought.
It's the I don't know the reference number. It's the one I always say, the grey looking watch.
Oh yeah. That one was it's like a military
Do you know the reference number?
design. No idea. Military design watch. It's a quartz, and my uncle who lives in Japan, he bought it for my brother like more than 10 years ago, and yeah, my brother didn't want to wear it after a while, So when I got interested in watches, I just nicked it. Then it's now mine now. So
That was beautiful. Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah. I even sent you a few on Carousel for like 100 plus.
yeah, but
200 plus.
actually they are not the same now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those on carousels are like the water resistance is 50 meters, but mine is 100.
It's nice though, that one.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I mean I also like it, but I feel like okay, I don't really wear it too often now, because I don't know, for some reason my wrist got smaller, and then the watch is like super loose now.
You just adjust the thing.
But it's already at the full like micro adjustment. It's already at the slimmest.
Then the bracelet there? Take out the link.
It's like I just lazy to go and
You know how to do it?
no.
I know how to do.
But for that watch, I don't know whether it's the same as every other watch.
It is. All Seiko use push pin. The
think
you know
so.
what? I think it's called hairpin.
I think so. Yeah.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
But yeah, I mean, to me, that one kind of looks like. What is it kind
Do
of?
you have extra links on the thing?
No.
Oh, shit.
Maybe I have, but cannot find
You
it.
sure I'll buy from you?
But then, I feel like it's a bit too small for you.
No.
I mean, it's the fact that you're wearing the tag on you now, but.
But this is. Do you think it's too small?
Okay, the thing is meant to be small.
Yeah.
But for my Seiko, it's not, say, meant to be small. You know what I mean? Like, this one is really abnormally small. So that's why it's meant to be small. But for mine, it's not.
Yeah, but I think
And on your wrist, it really looks quite odd.
they look good. Oh shit! Sorry. I hit the mic.
The tag is okay lah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. This is. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Also the fact that like the middle portion of the bracelet is like
Right.
polished.
This is sick.
Yeah.
This is sick. Sure.
So
Okay.
you want to end it here? It's
Yeah,
been half
shit.
an hour already.
Yeah, we actually did quite well, I think.
Yeah. Please.
No, let's do an outro.
We've come to the end of.
We've come to the end of the listening comprehension. Okay, just thank you for listening to our first episode of waffling. Us waffling and talking about whatever.
So the name of this podcast is Stretch Links. Let us know your opinion about the name.
It's good. It's my
I
name.
think it's really good.
I came out with it.
I mean, you came up with the whole idea lah, to be
Yeah.
honest.
No, we should explain why the podcast is called. Oh shit! Then as our intro. What are we
We
doing?
can do it now.
Nah. We just do it as our outro. Okay. So, the explanation for why our podcast is called Stretch Links, right, is because, you know, in Singapore context, how the weather is so humid and it's so hot, and then your wrist would expand, right, when you wear the watches. So then, when it expands, it will cause some what's it called, tension, pull, on your bracelet, on your watch bracelet. So then, over time, your links will be stretched. You get it? Then this is like our because we are a Singaporean-based watch podcast or live podcast or whatever you want to call it. That's why we decided to go with the name of Stretched Links. I think it's genius, you know. Not to toot my own horn, but
Yeah.
do you second?
Huh?
Do you second it?
Sure. I mean, I have to agree to it. I couldn't come up with any other name, so
Thank you guys for listening.
thanks guys.
We'll see when our second episode is coming out, I guess.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.